The Stevens Expedition, narrated by Roger Henry Stevens. First entry, day 1. Today we journey out from the settlement in Everfall to uncover all we can about these beguiling obelisks. I, Roger Henry Stevens, lead this expedition, and am accompanied by 2 strong associates, Walter Mackay and Elias Enders. As leader, I assign myself the task of documenting our journey for posterity, as well as recording all scientific measurements and observations to be gained from this endeavor. As draft animals are difficult to come by, our expedition is lightly equipped, bearing only what we may carry on our backs. Our goal is to complete a circumference of the outer obelisk's end. If successful, gather a full expedition to penetrate ruins and make a true inspection of the central obelisk. One planned detour is to be made to the Windswood settlement for resupply and respite. I plan to spend a few days at each obelisk, taking measurements and gathering plant and stone samples from each location to determine what, if any, differences are present at each. Our first destination is the Orion Obelisk, where the journey shall begin. Second entry, days 19 and 20. Arrived at Octans today. No issues of note during the travel from Hydrus. Earlier settlers established a fortified structure nearby, where we have set up camp. A pleasant change from these past weeks, having a roof over our head. I shall have to speak with Mackay and Enders and ensure we do not relax our guard, even during this respite. I, confident that my idea of leaving collected samples at staged locations is the correct one given our limited carrying space. To note, samples have been stored at the Hydrus Obelisk, while the first bundle of notes were stored at the Draco Obelisk. Collect these upon our return. Structure is almost identical to others found on previous expeditions, save some environmental weathering. This morning, Mackay tied off a rope and climbed to the observation platform, with nothing to show for it but a nice view. Stones appear to have been shaped with little or no use of tools, may have been magically crafted. We'll continue to investigate area, but plan to move on to Delphinus soon. Third entry, day 21. Delphinus is much the same as Octans, with no nearby threats and travelers passing nearby with ease. Odd that earlier obelisks in this expedition, Hydrus, Draco, and Orion, housed a number of guardians that did their best to prevent us from investigating the sites, yet these 2 seem to be uninhabited. No damage is apparent, no major alteration in construction, though neither has easy access to the upper balcony. Is there something on that level which attracts the guardians? I shall convince Mackay to scale the side to the platform to inspect the area further. We shall continue our endeavor, and with luck, we'll find a clue to help us unlock the mysteries of these obelisks. Fourth entry, day 26. We have finally established a camp near Cygnus, though it has not been easy. Perhaps we should have turned south toward the Windswood settlement to resupply and raise a larger company before continuing. The guardians here seem different somehow. Perhaps it is the proximity to the nearby ruins which makes them more aggressive. Though I myself am not a great fighter, I have given Anders the night to rest. I shall take the watch with Mackay. Few days have passed, but we long for the relative safety of Delphinus again. A smear of blood obscures much of the text, but it continues in a different hand near the bottom. Stevens is dead. Mackay is dead. I'm likely next. I don't know why they aren't coming back to life, Not like we haven't all died once or twice or thrice before. Maybe we each have an allotment of lives like cats. Maybe it has something to do with these obelisks. Whatever the case, the team is gone, and I'm trapped here. Whosoever finds this, please, Ree,